All right, we're live. Tap in Birdie, the memorial, here with my good pal and colleague Kyle Hewitt. Kyle, how are you?
I'm doing wonderful today. Any time I can come on tapping Birdie is a true honor. You're my good luck charm this year. So I'm hoping
true.
I'm hoping we get another winner this week or something in the mix. But no, excited. I love the memorial. It was a good Memorial Day weekend. Back to real life tomorrow, but excited to chop it up and talk about Memorial.
Yeah, no, I apologize for the very few loyal Tap and Birdie listeners that I was not around last week. We were overseas. We were in London. I couldn't do a pod. I know, a lot of people are counting on me. I'm getting paid the big bucks to do this pod. So, I apologize when I take a week off. Like I'm really not doing my job, but we're back. Okay. We're back. We have a decent tournament this week. I mean, it's all right.
Yeah. I'm excited. I mean, I'm in the camp. I know that this makes me a pussy, but I'm in the camp of I think Scotty is going to win this week. So I'm betting without Scotty.
Wow. That is a hot take, dude. That is a scorcher to start the pod this week.
Yeah. So, I didn't want to blow the whole doors off the podcast like this, but
okay.
I think
you don't have to listen if Kyle thinks Scotty's going to win this week. If that's all you were coming here for, then I understand if you want to leave. I'm sure there'll be other things to talk about. Angel Cabrera, Ben Griffin. I haven't potted since Scotty won the PGA. There's been a lot of rumblings in the golf world. So I did not do a pod after Scotty won Quail. I haven't talked about it, publicly since he won. There's a couple of things I want to say. First is I don't know if there is someone that keeps answering career questions faster than Scotty. It was, let me take it back. So last year after he won the Players, it was that, or won the Masters, it was that he never won outside the month of February to April. Never won any event outside of April. Then he wins Memorial. So he checks that box. It's all right, fine. I'm sure we could find something else for Scotty. And then it was he's never won at a course he's never played at before. It was okay, we have something on Scotty. You got to win at a course you haven't played at before. Wins the Olympics, shoots a 64 in the final round.
And overseas, that was a big one. Can't win overseas, wins overseas.
Yeah, wins overseas, yeah. And then it was okay, well, he's only won the Masters. He needs to win another major that's not the Masters. Literally does it the next year. So I personally do not have any more questions really for Scotty other than to, win an extremely difficult – but Quail was very difficult. Win the career Grand Slam – win the career Grand Slam or win a very difficult majors is really the only thing he has left to prove in the game of golf, to be honest.
Yeah. And I will tip my cap to you. You invented betting without Scotty Scheffler, market.
I don't know if I did.
Last year, you did. You did. So you were because you were going to bet Jaeger 1 week without Scotty.
Yeah, it was Houston.
Yeah, I was you're a fucking pussy. Can't believe you wouldn't.
It doesn't count.
Yeah,
it doesn't count.
Doesn't count as an outright. Just like me this week, if I hit a bet, doesn't actually count towards my end of the year total of outrights. I have to just forego ever talking about it again.
And you can't spend the money either. You can't spend the money.
I have to send it back to DraftKings.
I think you have to donate it to Scotty Scheffler, to be honest.
Yep. So but no, I don't know. To me, it's he's the one guy I'm far and away the most afraid of. Why not just eliminate him from the board and bet the tournament he's not there. He's played the course 4 times. He's gained 7 strokes ball striking first start, 13 strokes ball striking the second start, 16 strokes ball striking the third start. first, third, third. Like, am I really trying to like get cute and like, yeah, Scotty might not win this week, but like he probably will. Like, I'm just not trying to take him on in the outright market, and I don't think the numbers without him are that much worse. So.
Any takes other than betting, just on like his career, or just as it relates to your betting card on Scotty?
Like, I'm not ready to put him past Hovland yet, but let's talk one career milestone at a time here. But no, I mean, I think another one that was funny for me is like, I thought like last year, like we're like, okay, like everybody was trying to like pick and choose spots like where you could fade Scotty last year. That was also like something I thought was funny. And then like after the Masters, he goes to Heritage, like, oh, like not a course where he can separate like tee to green as well as he can at like any other course. Because it's just like less shots from like buckets that are like 170 to 200 wins that, like then goes to Travelers, like similar thing. Like, oh, like he has like a disadvantage at Travelers because like it's a course that like, you know, it's
not a stern ball striking test.
wins Travelers. So like, yeah. I'm done. Like at least right now, I'm just, if he beats.
How many majors do you think he ends his career with? And do you think he completes the career Grand Slam?
I think he completes the career Grand Slam. I do. I just think his game travels. Like I could see him winning an Open Championship. Like I know that like a lot of like Scotty haters are like, oh, like he's a robot. Like he can only, like he doesn't do well in like tough conditions.
Only slapdick PGA Tour venues.
Yeah. Like I don't really buy that. Like he's already got a big finish at the Open Championship at an Open Championship. Absolutely can win the U.S. Open. Like
I worry a bit about just kind of the way the U.S. Open is trending. Just with he is an elite driver, but you know, he's short hitting Scotty Scheffler, so it is a bit of a concern to a certain extent, but he's obviously been unbelievable at US Opens already in his career. And he really, you know, his, 10 yards less than he hits it than Bryson or Rory, or 15 yards or whatever, he more than makes up for it with his iron play and his chipping and, maybe his putting. So yeah, I mean, the thing I don't want to get carried away with always is that after someone like wins a major, it's just like, yeah, he's going to win 12. Like there's only so many majors to go around, and Rory proves how hard it is to win majors. And like, and after he won in 2014, you would have said he'd probably win like 12 majors or 10 majors, or he'll catch Jack or whatever. And it's like, it took him 10 years to win another one. So I don't want to just give a million majors to Scotty Scheffler. I don't want to be a prisoner of the moment, but what is your final number for his career? Trying to knock, you can be a prisoner of the moment, it's fine, but what is your number?
Can I like set a line? Is that okay?
Yeah, sure.
Like I think a very fair line would be 6.5.
Yeah, I think it's I think it's probably 7.5.
Because of the Masters is what worries me. Like he could win 2 to 3 more green jackets. Like I really
easily. Not even a question.
That like every year he's gonna be even this year. Like he had the quietest 4th place finish at the Masters.
No, I don't know who can beat him at Augusta.
Like when he has his best stuff, like he is just he's gonna be like unstoppable there. I just think for a really long time. And I don't know, like I just think the PGAs and the US Open's probably set up for him pretty well. Like I don't think he's going to be picking those off. Like he could be picking off, green jackets. And then, like I think his game travels. I think he can absolutely win an Open. Like I'm in the camp that he probably, I don't know, 6.
I'll say he won 7 majors. I would be very comfortable saying 8, but I just subtracting 1 just for prisoner of the moment. But it just doesn't. I mean, what he's done over the last 3 years is truly just absolutely incredible. Like he has so many wins. His win rate is so high since the 2022 Waste Management. Like he's just won an absurd amount of golf tournaments, and he just, when he puts himself in the mix to win, he just wins. Like it's not even a question. So my thing, and I know we're doing PGA. I know it's 2 weeks ago. I didn't get to talk about it. It's amazing.
You know what he said? You know what he said too, like that. Not to. Sorry for interrupting, but like he said this in an interview, and it like stuck with me, and it's exactly what I'm scared of Scotty with. He said like in an interview, when I get a lead, you have to come and get me. Like that's what he said in an interview, and to me, that's really what it feels like with him. Like he's not going to come back that much. He's not going to make like a massive mistake when he gets up there that like totally catapults his chances to win the tournament, which it seems like a lot of other guys who are elite golfers do like very frequently.
No, I agree. And the thing, I think people discount him and say, oh, he won the PGA with his C game. There is no world in which you can win a major by 5 strokes with your C game.
Yeah.
That is, I hate when people say that. Like he had his B+, A- game this week. He won by 5. No one in the field was even close to him by the end. He played unbelievably well. He finished Saturday 5 under through 5 holes. I do not get why people say it was like his C game.
The Saturday round was like one of the better rounds in a major, like in a like the past 5 years, like easily. Unbelievable round. Like looked like it was going to be a Bryson Scotty duel. Like on Sunday, that's what it shaped up to be. Bryson had his final 3 holes. He goes double bogey, he goes bogey and then he goes double on the par 3. And Scotty goes birdie, par, birdie on 2 of the 3 hardest holes of the day to finish.
It's absurd.
Scotty only really played bad the front 9 on
and you have that when you build up that much of a lead.
Yeah.
So I just feel like, like he made a double on Thursday or what, like he just never goes away. And obviously everyone was scared of him as Colonial, given what he did at Heritage. Like people were just like, I'm not going to mess with him. And, his swing seems a little bit off. So I understand, like he's struggling with the lefts a little bit. He has that AOC ball going a little bit, but we'll see if he could get it straightened out this week.
He also he has the AOC ball going, but he led the field ball striking last week.
Yeah,
led the field in ball striking.
Yeah, no, that Saturday round was unbelievable. I literally fell asleep right before he eagled 14. I'm like in London, everything was up so late. It was not a great viewing experience, but it's okay. So last week, Charles Schwab Challenge, Ben Griffin is your winner over Matty Schmidt. How much of it did you get to watch? I know you were busy this weekend. Did you watch? Because that was one of the only times I've never watched it back 9 on Sunday. I was raging in Long Beach, just clubbing, like just absolutely going nuts. Did you watch?
You'll laugh at me. I was sweating live Angel Cabrera Senior PGA Championship.
Well, we'll get to that next because I genuinely want to talk about.
Okay, cool. But so I watched that first, which was actually really good golf at a really good golf course.
Yeah.
Padraig and Angel Cabrera both played.
They're 2 guys.
2 of my boys. Yeah, they played. Both of them played really well. Padraig, dude, missed a really short one on 18. Which could have put a little more pressure on Angel.
Did he end up winning by 1?
He won by 2, but it was a bad miss. It was a very bad miss.
Okay.
On 18.
Question, and I don't think you have the answer for this.
Okay.
I need to ask PJ Clark. How is Angel so good on the senior tour?
So I was watching, and like from my eyes, there's no stats that back this. His ball striking was so much better than everybody else's ball striking. Like he hit, and it was a course where the missed fairway penalty was like, if you were missing a fairway, like you couldn't score. Like Padraig lost his driver on the back 9, and like just every single hole, he was never like scoring on it, if that made sense, because he was always hitting it to like 40, 50 feet because the rough was too long. Angel Cabrera missed 1 fairway on the last 10 holes that I was watching, and then his irons were unbelievable.
Was he driving it far out there? I feel like he was a longer player.
Dude, when he wasn't hitting driver most of the holes, and then when he did hit driver, he was pushing it out there. And then his putter, which is funny because he switched to the Jailbird. Everybody's been joking about it.
Yeah.
He's been like lights out putting, dude. So, I mean, he's started 5 starts on the senior tour. He's won 3 of them. Two of them were majors back to back. He won 2 majors in 6 days.
No, it's insane because and I just looked it up. He's 56. Stu Cink is 52. So he's like older than Stu Cink, who not dominates, but he's good on the senior tour because he just came from playing on the PGA tour. He just won.
Stu moves it out there too relative to the other guys.
So that's where it's just like, yo, like, should we be talking about Angel more? Like, he wasn't that great of a PGA Tour. Like, he won 2 majors, granted, but he only has one other PGA Tour win. Like,
Yeah,
he wasn't this like he's not like was not some like unbelievable PGA Tour player. So I need to talk to PJ Clark and figure. And obviously, he was in fucking prison. That is the craziest
part.
He was in prison a fucking year ago.
3 times in 5 starts. And like, these guys are all like good old.
Yeah, he's been in Patrick Harrington, who plays it like, yeah.
Yeah, like it's pretty insane. So, but yeah, so
do you know what he was pre-tournament?
20-1.
Really?
Yeah,
How
yeah.
did we not?
And I put it in the Discord. I didn't bet it, and then I bet it 4-1 live on Sunday. I found a line on Bet Online. And I kind of
pounded it.
I kind of nuked it, so I'm pretty happy. And then the funniest part was DJ asked me for a golf bet.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, Angel Cabrera is winning
4-1. 4-1.
And he just you guys both just laughed at the message, but that made me
sweat free.
Okay. But yeah, so I also watched, just to transition back.
Yeah.
I moved on from that to the golf, and like part of the reason why I was watching a senior PGA was because the golf like wasn't really close, but then like Ben Griffin was doing nothing, like legitimately nothing. Like I think he started the tournament. I think he started the day 13 under. And he won
eagled 1 and birdied 2.
And then he ended at 12 under, I'm pretty sure. Like he won the tournament at 12 under. So like he really was coming back, but like him and Matty Schmid were just like kind of both like fucking up back and forth. And then like when one of them fucked up, one of them hit like a really good shot, and then it kept going back and forth. Like I was always looking at the odds, and like it was just like Ben Griffin was the favorite. Then Matty Schmid was the favorite. Then
Matty Schmid got favored in the tournament
for a little bit, but then Ben Griffin took a big lead for a little while, and then he started to come back. But I don't know if you watched. I don't know if you saw what happened on 18, which was kind of crazy.
Schmid chipped in.
Schmid chipped in, like pretty ridiculous chip in to get to 1 back, and Ben Griffin had a 4-footer, and he made it. But yeah, I mean, like Ben Griffin left, like the tournament was out there for somebody to win, in my opinion.
But it was Matty Schmid.
And it was Matty Schmid, which was part of the problem. And nobody, even the guys who were chasing, nobody. They
were really far ahead going.
It's also It's also a really tough course. Like nobody really scored that well on Sunday.
It's tough to make birdies, and they built up a huge lead going into Sunday that he was able to kind of, because I don't think he made a birdie after 2.
No,
I think he eagled 1, birdie 2, and then like shot like 4 over and 1, which is
but if you
impressive.
Told me he was going to shoot +1, like I would have live bet other people, which I did end up taking Scheffler, but like nobody went up and
they shot 1 under on the weekend. Wow, that's
crazy.
Impressive. So I honestly think it's a great story. Ben Griffin is a great story on the PGA Tour, to be completely honest. This is a guy who quit golf to be a mortgage loan officer. Came back into the game, put himself into the mix regularly, had some, pretty bad losses, was playing really great golf this year. And my biggest thing is that he's put on a lot of distance recently. He's been nuking the ball. He's kind of in that like 183, 182 ball speed range, which is more that like 5 miles an hour higher than tour average.
And he's not a big dude.
No, you would not expect him at all. He is the most quintessential, like nerdy, scrawny golfer, and he's been pounding the ball off the tee, and it's super helped. And had a great finish at Quail, like finished T8 at Quail Hollow the week before, wins the Zurich with Andy Noves. He's talking up his Ryder Cup chances, and then he goes out and wins twice. It's a great story. Like, I think Ben Griffin's like a pretty likable dude, to be honest.
Yeah. Do you know where he is in the Ryder Cup standings now?
I think he's like 13. Yeah.
He's the first, not that he guaranteed the spot, but yeah, he's 13. So like the 7 through 12 right now is, I'm not trying to make this a Ryder Cup podcast, but like it's pretty crazy. Like
it's open. It's wide open.
If we took just the guys that were like 7 through 12, if that makes sense. Like I wouldn't necessarily love that team by any means versus Europe. So I am curious what they do there. And there's some great stories. Do you think
Ben Griffin has a chance to be on the Ryder Cup team?
I don't know. I want to say no, but like he's 13. Like
I'm a red-blooded American.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think that I was in the camp that, Patrick Reed should have been getting considered, and then he shat the bed at the PGA. I think another guy like Harris English is like,
I honestly, dude, I think Harris should probably be on the team.
Right? Like he's another guy that's playing so fucking well. Maverick McNeely, like there's some guys that are
give me top 7. Everyone knows the top 7. Put Russ Henley in there. Fine.
Yeah.
I think Mav Berger, Harris are on the team right now. I think they got to be on the team right now, dude.
I think Mav Berger is yes, and Mav is like getting harder and harder and harder. Like I don't know how you can say he like if it was today, like if this makes sense, if it was like today, like I think he's on the team, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I like you never know what happens.
He had like 2 bad starts.
Yeah,
like,
I just meant like you never know what happens at the like fucking
Brian
Harmon wins the Open and then he's on the phone.
I do not think Ben Griffin will be on the Ryder Cup team.
I don't think so either. I don't think he's like not like a like you know, because you know why people were talking about Andy Novak, like who kept putting himself in the mix. Well, now Griffin has 2 wins, right? Like, so if people were talking about Novak and if Novak won an event and like Ben Griffin just kind of did what like people were saying, like, oh, if Novak did this, like he could maybe be on the team. So I don't know. Like, what if he has a big?
I think it's just
US Open. Like
we have to remember that it's in fucking.
If he top 10, what if he top 10s the US Open? Then he has 2 wins this year and 2 top 10s at majors.
I think with a guy like Ben Griffin, you have to be playing well in the playoffs and leading up. Like it doesn't necessarily matter. And I know
I agree.
It doesn't really matter like right now that he's playing well. He could easily fall off a cliff. But it is funny because like when he was like, oh, what are your goals for the year? I want to be on the Ryder Cup team. It's like, really, Ben Griffin? Like you're not going to make the Ryder Cup? And he's like, yeah, suck my like, take it, buddy, taste it, buddy. But yeah, no, he's a great guy, and I feel like he's a genuine dude. I know his clip about his parents doing bad in the recession, and you know that teared me up a little bit because we both have great parents, and we should probably be more appreciative of them.
Always.
So I don't want to win a PGA Tour event to be able to say how grateful I am to my parents. But yeah, no, I thought the no laying up Ryder Cup pod was really good. Got my juices flowing, and I know we've talked about this, and whatever. We'll talk about the Memorial. I want to offer a half mea culpa to Jamie Weir. After the Jamie Weir incident at the last Ryder Cup, right? I think his story was true. Like it was true, but just the way he worded, the tweet and the time he sent it, and the fact that he didn't get Cantlay, to comment on it, it was bad. But I thought it was all bullshit, and I don't think it was. I think Cantlay was not wearing a hat to protest, and it was causing not tension in the locker room, but there was some sort of divide there. So after he explained his side of the story on the pod, I know we've argued about it before.
Yeah, like I don't know. I was in a total agreement with you that it shouldn't have come out when it came out. Like I didn't like the fact that they broke it like during the Ryder Cup when the US, by the way, was getting their fucking asses kicked, right? Yeah. Like, so it was weird also from his perspective because he was probably rooting for Europe. Like, why even give the US?
He's the biggest European supporter in the entire world.
He loves Rory. He's always, and there's no problems there, but he is a very pro-European golf account on Twitter.
He like posted a picture with the Ryder Cup after it was over.
Yeah. So like, I don't know. I don't know if Cantlay, I think Cantlay is very, how can I maximize the money for everything I do in life, right? Like he's a sophisticated fucking investor to everybody. I really don't think he's that smart of a human being. I just think he plays professional golf and he's in this world where there's a lot of different money and things he can get his hand on. And he probably has smart people in his corner that does the work for him. I by no means think like Cantlay is this fucking business savvy fucking genius guy, but I do think like all he's about is like money and like getting like as much as he can. Like I don't think like he was a guy that there was like rumors him going to live. He was a guy that there's like, it wasn't the first time, by the way, that there was like rumors about him being kind of a dickhead in that locker room to my understanding, right? Like so I don't know, like it doesn't shock me that like Cantlay was like, oh, I want money for the Ryder Cup, which by the way is total bullshit, right? Like to me, like
I don't know.
I don't know. It's like,
okay, so who is the most famous Ryder Cupper of all time on the European side?
On the European side, probably Seve.
He wanted to get paid for the Ryder Cup.
Well, he didn't.
Okay, but he complained about it and everything. So I feel like American gets such a bad rap when it's been an issue since the inception of the event.
Yeah, I'm not even like I'm just saying, like, in general, I think it's a stupid thing to want money for, me personally. Like,
yeah,
to
no,
me,
I get it.
In golf, like being on the and more people than not, I think, are in the camp that being on the Ryder Cup team like pays for itself. And it's not like these guys aren't getting fucking treated like absolute fucking kings, going wherever they go, getting everything that they want paid for, going out to extravagant dinners, going out to these like black tie events before every single one of them, you know, taking all these photos. Look at me, look at me, look at me, which, by the way, is helping build up their brand and making them, you know, more viewed and more marketable to everything they're doing.
And they also are all overpaid.
All overpaid to begin with, and constantly complaining about how they need to get paid more. So
yeah, it's an issue. It will be a topic of conversation for the next Ryder Cup. The Americans are going to pay, which I think is fair. I don't have a big issue with it, but it's going to be a rallying cry for everyone else. But I just want everyone to remember that Seve wanted to get paid, and I think he played it 1 year for it. So, you know, whatever. But I'm very excited for the Bethpage. Ryder Cup will obviously be amazing. Memorial this week. We are here. Signature event.
26 minutes in, and we're talking about Memorial.
No, that's fine. That's a totally fine.
Okay.
I could not care any less. No beef at all. It's my pod.
Done.
So I don't care at all. And we'll talk Karen Reed after. Did you finish Karen Reed?
I did.
Okay. Well, we got to talk about
the HBO one.
Yeah. Okay. First thing, there is one person missing this week. Career Grand Slam, 5-time major winner. Jack Nicklaus told him how to win Augusta this year, and he turns around and says, I'll see you. I'm staying home. Where are you at with Rory not playing this week? I understand it from a scheduling perspective. He gets paid a boatload of money to play the Canadian Open, then it's U.S. Open, and then it's Travelers. Doesn't want to play 4 weeks in a row. I'm sure there'll be many people playing 4 weeks in a row. Where are you at on Rory not playing this week? Okay, people are going to be like, why are they talking about someone that isn't even in?
Yeah, I really don't have an issue with not playing this week. I do have an issue just because you asked a question about Rory, and I want to tell you I have an issue with him.
Because he's a lip cock.
No, well, yeah, but no, that's not the reason for this rant. Like, I do genuinely think that, like, him, after winning the Masters, winning the Career Grand Slam, getting all this pressure off of his chest, like literally joking with the media about how, like, there's no other story to talk about, like going forward, going to the PGA Championship, like laying a dud, and then blowing off interview 4 days in a row was a fucking pussy ass.
Really
move.
bad.
I just think that was pathetic. Like, honest to God, like, and I think he just, like, constantly, like, just, like, does the wrong, like, I don't know. To me, he's just, at this point in your career, like, why are you doing stuff like that? Just, it doesn't make sense to me. Like, you've won the career.
Especially, I understand it if you lost the Masters.
Yes.
But you won the like, you achieved your lifelong dream. Like, why do you have this adversarial, relationship? And no laying up was where they were saying that when they asked him to do media, he was like, no, absolutely not. Like, he was being rude about it. He wasn't like, I want to tell you that. He wasn't just like, no, he was like, absolutely not. I'm not doing media this week. But it's just like, and he's one of the champions of, the signature events and doing more for the game and growing the game. And like, it's so hypocritical. And I don't think anyone's really defending it, but him not speaking and then not playing this week, it's just like, dude, like, whatever. It's fine. We'll be okay without him. We talked about Scotty. I think we're both scared of Scotty this week. I will say, as Dave says in the comments, his driver is a little bit off. The ball striking wasn't, I don't know. I think, did he really lead the field in ball striking last week?
Yes.
I saw him hit so many terrible shots. I think his
irons were
gained like 6 on approach. Gained up. It was what? How?
Dude, his driver was only bad the first day. His driver the rest of the tournament was unbelievable. Legitimately.
Oh, wait. What? I'm sorry. Keep going.
From what I personally witnessed, his driver was bad on the first day, and then he tore the fucking cover off the ball, both with the driver and with the irons.
I saw him hit some loose shots. I don't know, what that was all about, but I'm really surprised that he led the field in ball striking. I guess I'm not actually. I don't know. I have not made a decision on if I'm betting the with or without. I do think that he is somewhat beatable this week. I'm not super scared of him. I can see him not winning this week. Famous last words. I'm not a Scotty hater at all, but I'm not. Last week I was in London. I'm just like, I'm going to bet a bunch of long shots without. This week, I don't know. I'm open to it. I'm open to it. I got to see what kind of odds I can get, but we will see. So, Colin. Okay, it's funny. I'm sorting by data golf odds, and I'm like going through the favorites, and Tommy's the third favorite on data golf. No, sick. No, yeah, great website.
You know who their two top value plays were this week?
Yeah, it's
the same exact value plays that were their top value.
Ryan, Brian Campbell. Yep. No, sick. Yeah, and Posty. That's funny.
Posty.
Okay. Of this group, Xander, Colin, JT, Cantlay, Ludwig, kind of the next group of elite golfers. Who is your favorite in this range, and who have you maybe place a bet on this week?
Yeah, I don't know if I love this or not, but I which great start to a sell, I guess, but I'm buying low on Ludwig. Ludwig, he's had a very weird year, I think. The highs have been very high and the lows have been very low. What my Ludwig thoughts are, he hasn't been informed for a little while now. He wasn't informed going to the Masters, which when he was a debutant, he played unbelievably well at. And I think a lot of people were like, this is a great course for Ludwig going forward, which I think a lot of people, are now totally on board with given his follow-up performance at the Masters this year. He was a fifth as a debutant here last year. I'm just willing to take the dive at. I got 20-1 without Scotty. I believe there's a 33-1 on bookmaker, so he's got legitimately zero chance to win the tournament. But no, it's just a buy. It's a buy low spot for me. I think that
he's shown he's capable of winning signature events on long, difficult golf courses already this year.
And then these other guys around him, should Xander I don't I want Xander to be back, but I don't think Xander should be everybody's
I'm with you. I'm with you 100%.
Second favorite. I don't know if he really should be.
Absolutely not. No. If he played well at the PGA or whatever, sure. No, I said it when we were talking about it. I'm like, Colin should 100% be the second favorite over Xander this week. True, no questions asked. And I'm really surprised. I know it's close, but Xander 14, Colin 16 to me, those should be flipped in my opinion. I actually have a little bit of interest in Colin this week. I don't know if there's any 18s hanging on around him. I don't know if that's the case. I think 16. I think
there
was this morning, but I think his best is 16 right now. But I don't know. I think Colin again was playing some absolutely exceptional golf earlier this year, and he had a few bad weeks. And I think given the odds board and Rory not playing, I think after Heritage or after the Masters, we would have said Colin would be 12-1 here. So I do think that there is a little bit of value on Colin. I know he has that new caddy on the bag, which I think, eventually it's going to turn into the win. Loss on approach and off the tee at Quail, which I don't love to see, but he still chipped and putted well. And this has obviously been a really good spot for him. Finished second last year, has won here. I believe also lost in a playoff here. So this is a great course for Colin. So he's kind of my favorite at the top.
Yep. I love it. I was between Colin and Ludwig, and it was just I took the better number that. Yeah. That was my thought there. But I don't think there's a better course, me personally, on the PGA Tour for Colin than this tournament. Two runner-up here is won the work day when it was the opposite, or when they played it before. So I love it, and I totally agree. I think if you scratch off the past couple weeks, and you were just like, what do you think Colin was going to be at Memorial a couple weeks ago? A lot of people would have said would have said he would be closer to 12.
We're hearing word that Tommy Fleetwood was nuked on Bookmaker. Not a surprise at all. It's very it's very correlated to data golf. It just is. It is. Ludwig, he's 7. Data golf makes him 70 to 1.
That is, by the way,
one of the
absurd.
Most egregious things I've ever
the most
seen.
Disrespectful thing ever. Even if you say he's 50 to 1, you know what I mean? That's
I'm there. 70
is out of control. But yeah,
easily without a doubt the least EV bet on the entire board by almost 2. Oh no, Nick Dunlap is. Nick Dunlap's
and that's actually right.
Well, they just make him infinity to 1.
Yeah.
They make the Gala 370 to 1, home of 300 to 1. I might be in on home. I might bet home this week.
Brandt Snedeker is more plus EV according to Data Golf than Ludwig Oberg is this now.
Yeah, no, that's good. Any interest in Tommy?
Yeah, but I'm not betting him.
In a vacuum?
I like betting him without the favorites. I was kind of joking, that market's made for, RK said this, that market's literally made for Tommy Fleetwood. He's 22 to 1 without all of the favorites. If you're going to bet Tommy, all of them, without Scotty, Xander, Colin.
Really? I doubt that.
Okay. Well, that's what I saw earlier.
That seems off. Regardless. Yeah. He could win, but I don't think you bet him.
Yeah, I agree. So I'm out.
He's probably playing 4 weeks in a row.
Yeah, I mean he's playing really well.
Wait, but is he going to play 5 weeks? He's going to play 6 weeks in a row. He's going to play Canadian, playing Canada, playing the U.S. Open, playing Travelers. That'd be 6 weeks in a row for Tommy Led. Good for him.
Okay, so you can go fuck yourself because Tommy is 22 to 1 without Colin, JT, Scotty, and Xander.
That's a great bet.
That's what I'm saying. That
is an absurdly good bet.
That's a good bet.
Wow.
If you're gonna bet Tommy, that's the way. That's
not even something I would like. It doesn't make any sense. But that's not even something I would be I'm betting Tommy Fleetwood. He's on my outright card. I might just bet that.
Yeah.
That is absurd. Who is the favorite in that?
Cantlay's 14, Ludwig 16, Tommy's 22. In that market. Yeah.
That is so plus EV.
I know.
Wow. Wow. That's why you listen to TM. I mean, that is an unbelievable bet. True.
Yeah. And he's 25 without Scheffler. So it's at that point, you might as well just bet the 22.
He's 28 on a couple books.
Yeah.
That's wild. I don't know what that means. But that is certainly interesting to me. Do you think Victor Hovland could win here again?
Yeah, I do. I also think he could, throw up all over himself, which he's kind of been that's kind of been his story this year. But the ball striking looks like it's back. I know he's still a little bit all over the place in terms of. We've talked about this and it's a funny thing, so I just wanted to bring it up here. I don't buy his "I'm the worst golfer ever" bullshit rhetoric. I don't think he's nearly as far off as I don't think his game is nearly as bad in a bad of a place as where he says it is. But yeah, he's got, a win.
The approach has been really good.
Around the green has been, lost in 4 of the last 6. But I do think the off the tee and approach has both been good. He's always been a guy that's kind of driver approach, good at putting, and struggled around the greens. And he's got 3/4 of his game, to me, appears to be back.
Yeah.
He's done it this course before.
How important is around the green this week for you?
I think that they're I think it's important, but I think it's, I don't know, I do think everybody's going to be missing the green, but I'm different in my mind, when people say when people are everybody's going to be missing the green, you have to have a good around the green game. To me, it's well, okay, well, what if you're just also hitting greens at a higher clip than everybody else is, which I do think Victor Hovland has the ability to do, if that makes sense, and take pressure off of his around the green game by just hitting more greens than other guys. This is a course where it's small greens, and Victor Hovland in his career, not just at this course, but at courses with small greens, has done very, very, very well. And I actually think it helps him because he's a guy that's so good with approach. It makes his approach that much better because he can hit these small greens at such a higher clip.
And everyone's having difficulty with the around the green game. Also, just I don't know if did you see the Brendan Porath tweet of Bethpage grandstands when Ben Griffin and Andrew Novak go up 2-0 and it's Timothy Chalamet. Ben Griffin quote tweeted it with an eye emoji and America emoji. Dude is trying to get on the team, but that's very funny. And that was a very funny tweet by Brendan Porath. He's a good dude. I like him.
Yeah, I guess the last thing I'll say about Victor is just I just
did you bet him? I forget your card.
I did. Okay. I took I bet all without Scotty, so I'm a pussy and they don't count if I
can't spend the money.
Yep. But I started with Ludwig and Victor were my first two guys in.
The person I'm 100% betting and is your winner this week. Do you know who it is?
Hold on, let me go back.
Winner. I'm very confident.
Are you going to go back to Cantlay or are you done?
No.
I don't know. I don't know who you're going to say.
Keegan is winning.
Wow, I love it.
Like Keegan, I feel really good about winning this week. He's playing some really good golf. I like Quail as, it's a similar type of course. I'm not saying it's a comp, but it's a similar type of course that requires a lot of the same thing. Data Golf likes him this week. The ball striking was amazing at Quail.
Yep. It's been amazing.
Really, really good. He's been hitting the cover off the ball, gained almost 4 on approach, 4 off the tee. Must have been up there. And Dave, thanks. He sucks here. Not this year. He doesn't. Okay, not this year. Just couldn't putt. Just couldn't buy a putt. I love Keegan this week. 55, whatever. Without the favorites, I'm betting. I really like Keegan. I bet him at the Open. I'm at the PGA. I'm pretty sure he missed a 4-footer to cost me like $400 on the niche. But that was pretty upsetting. It was like I was drunk and
I saw your tweet
there. I was upset. It was upset. I'm over it. But I love Keegan this week. I really like Keegan this week. Fitz is 50-1. It seems short. It seems very short.
Like the books know something, I mean, I bet him 45-1 without the favorites.
Okay.
Fitz. Just to give credence to your Keegan sell, like he has been striping it for I think a while this year, and like his putter's been terrible for a while this year. Yeah. So like, yes, maybe he hasn't played this course that well, over his career, but I do think it's a good marriage of the fact that every other part of his game right now is really good other than his putter. And this is a course where tee to green play separates more than most other courses. So maybe he marries that good tee to green play and can get away with the putter at this course. So I do like Keegan, even though
what's a Fitz sell?
The Fitz sell is just the Fitz sell is like this guy has been legitimately like dead to the world since he got like a hot girlfriend, and now
from the Jersey Shore.
From the Jersey Shore. I think she's from like Summit or something, but I could be wrong.
Those Summit girls, they'll change your life. Those Summit girls.
Yeah. Or they'll take you for every. No, I'm kidding. But she seems lovely. But regardless, his game.
If you're listening,
if you're listening, no beef. Like, glad you guys are happy. But he fell apart for a long time. Truly, like he's been. I think lost a lot of people. It was funny when you and Tom Jacobs were chopping it up. Like, I think and I don't think he's anywhere close to have guaranteed a spot anywhere. But like you guys were talking a couple of weeks ago, and you were like, Fitz probably isn't even on the fucking European Ryder Cup team right now. Last 4 starts, he's gained on approach every single start. Before that, he had lost 4 straight weeks on approach. So he's got 4 straight.
He's found something.
4 straight weeks he's gained on approach. 23rd at Troyes and 8th at the PGA Championship. Ball striking at the PGA Championship looked great. Yeah. Gained in all 4 major categories at the PGA Championship. Has incredible course history here.
He's been good here.
It's just the classic marriage, as RK likes to say.
I'm grinding. I think RK invent. I think RK. Invented,
it's the recent form course history. Yeah.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it.
I do agree with you that 45, like he was like 80 or 100 like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
So
big
adjustment.
I like Big T. I can get down with Big Tone. I know he has some legal issues going on, but no beef with Big T. He's not playing that well. Wait, no, he just back-to-back top 20s. Approach was really good at the PGA Championship. Couldn't putt. I thought he was playing a little bit better. I'm not going to say I take it back. I'm interested in him, but I'm not, jumping to bet Finau this week. But it's interesting to me a little bit. What do you think about Decky? I know he just missed the cut last week.
Yeah, I mean, Decky looks like he finished 36th actually last week. So
no.
Yeah.
Oh, I apologize. PGA Championship. He missed the cut.
Yes. Irons look a little better. It looks like in 3 of the last 4 starts he's gaining on approach. I do think he's a guy that just like pops up out of nowhere. He's showing
has win equity.
You're kind of the Decky whisperer though, so like whenever you bet on Decky, he just has greatest putting week of his life. Like, just tell us the next time that's going to happen.
Where are you on? We're talking about it before Harry
English.
Yeah,
I mean, like, he makes sense. Like, he's playing just like really good golf. I mean, I'm not betting him to win, but like maybe he could be a DFS play. His irons like lately have been really good, which is
can he still not putt? No, I did you bet him last week?
I did bet him last week.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought that was tough off. No, but genuinely.
Yeah. No, I mean,
it was a big axe after like one of his best major performance. It's actually hilarious that he started the day like T38 and finished runner up, and we'll always have that in his career. But I don't know. He kind of I don't want to say he peaked at the PGA, but it's an interesting play because this is the type of course I feel like he can contend and play well on.
Yeah, the other 2 guys in this range that I bet were McIntyre, who I had a nice little boost on. Shout out FanDuel. Shout out
because you give them so much money. Yeah. I never got those fucking boosts. I'll tell you that right now.
So I used that on McIntyre because he was kind of like, I almost didn't bet him, and then I ended up like he was my last guy in. I think McIntyre is just like a really talented player. I think he's another guy that like on these tougher golf courses like actually plays a little better. Like, I think that like you want him at a course where the winning score is closer to -10 than it is -20, if that makes sense. Irons were incredible last week.
Okay.
Gained 1.25 on approach. That's per round. Finished 6th. So irons have been good.
I'll bet Bob Mack with you.
So 4 straight starts with
I'll bet Bob Mack with you.
Love it.
Shout out Devin. Is Devin on him?
I don't know. If Devin's not on him, we got to get Devin on him.
Yeah, I think Devin posted a light card this week. I'm not really sure. What's going on with Devin? Data Golf likes JJ. John.
I like JJ too, and I think you should. I think if I were you, like, I would probably bet him because you've been kind of on the John spot.
Is he really gonna win Memorial? I have a good I'm good at betting JJ. I bet him at Honda.
You are.
I don't. My JJ senses aren't tingling yet.
His irons have been great.
Dude, max 70. Kind of looking at me a certain way.
What's weird with
kind of looking at me like a cig after a couple beers. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I get it. Like, what's weird with him is, to me, and kind of can Vic Lap this, is like when we saw him at Troyes, I was like, his driver looks a lot better, and his driver's been like what's killing him lately. And he was kind of striping it when we were following him at Troyes, and
he
then
finished T60 at the PGA
after being like top like 5 after 2 rounds. He shat the bed. But like, so what I was gonna say is, if you look at his last 4 starts, gains significantly on approach, at the Masters, gains significantly on the approach at
Heritage.
loses off the tee. Next 2 weeks at Troy's, gains off the tee significantly, which we saw, and he actually looked really good doing. Lost significantly with the irons, and then the same thing at Quail.
The irons have not been good, so it's tough for me. Yeah. I don't know. I might not be in.
Yeah. He hasn't really strung together 4 rounds lately. But the other guy,
I'm out.
Yeah. The other 70
guy is absurd.
What's up?
70 is crazy. Why is he 70-1?
Yeah. The other guy I bet, who is another one of your boys, is I bet Novak.
You bet Andy knows.
I bet Andy knows. This seems like, and I know he hasn't played here. He doesn't have course history.
This is a fucking Andy Knows course.
It seems like an Andy Knows course. To
me, when Jack Nicklaus was planting the fairways, he's like, this would be great for Andy Knows.
Great for Andy fucking Knows. Like let's get Andy Knows to this course ASAP, right? Like I think that is probably what Jack Nicklaus was thinking when he designed this course. But no, I do think it's a course that, ball striker can separate a little here. I think he's an incredibly accurate driver of the golf ball. Is he ready to win a signature event? Probably not. But
he was a stroke away.
He was a stroke away. I don't know. Like he keeps putting himself. To me, like there's guys that keep putting themselves into tournaments and they're not priced that way, right? And then there's guys like Tommy Fleetwood who keep putting themselves there but never win and then are priced at like 20-1. Like to me, it's like I'd rather bet Noves, who I know is not as good as Tommy Fleetwood, but like neither of them can win the tournament. Neither of them can like close the door. Like why not bet the guy who's 90-1 who keeps putting himself there over the guy who's like 20-1?
That's fair.
That's my thought process with Andy Noves. Also, I know this doesn't mean anything, but like he wins Zurich, Ben Griffin comes out, like wins after Zurich. Maybe there's a little, double Zurich, post Zurich winners narrative. Probably not, but that's.
Dude, the odds this week are not great. Am I mistaken?
I think
I haven't really looked that much.
I think they're like solid, but it's like a smaller feel. It's like an elevated feel, so everything feels a little more condensed.
It's like Rose is 100-1. Like, dude, what? He should be like 300.
Yeah, but the thing about Rose is like Rose could.
Danagalch makes Thomas Dietrich 400-1.
Yeah, he's a Jack Nicklaus guy though. He played well at Valhalla.
Yeah, huge Nicklaus guy.
It's his best finish at a major, I'm pretty sure.
Glover's EV.
Glover's always plus EV.
Might have fucking nuke.
Glover has 2 good starts back to back with good iron play. I don't know, like
seeing Brandt Snedeker Infinity just makes me laugh.
Dude,
two Infinity bets in the field: Brandt Snedeker and Nick Dunlap.
Dude, you know who's like I know that this is not the way you want to like bet on golfers, but like have you looked at Burns' putting stats lately?
I can't say I have.
Dude, just like pull it up. It's actually insane how well he's putting right now.
Oh my God.
It's crazy, dude.
That's absurd.
It's crazy.
I think he's the best putter in the world. Like
it's absurd. It's
like getting like easily like over 4 around.
It's absurd.
And the irons are awful.
It's like so funny.
No, he never loses putting. Like just never. The only time he did was at Waste. I think I had him.
Waste management. Yeah. So that's something maybe to monitor. I don't know. Probably not. But yeah, those are the guys I was like looking at. Berger was another guy. Cantlay.
BDR 80.
Who?
BDR.
Who's BDR? Big Dick Rick.
Big Dick Rick.
Big Dick Rick. Yeah.
Yes. In out.
I mean, why the fuck not? Like, I mean, his stats. He did a lot of the work last week with the putter, but
with the new putter, that because it was the first week with the new putter, so he probably
fucking gained like 6 strokes with the new putter last week.
Wow. Yeah. Well, the thing is that you can only have a really good putting performance with a new putter once. You you put a new putter in the bag, you putt well for it once. It's not like a something you do multiple.
So we
times.
sell.
We sell BDR. We bet $100,000 on Ricky not to win this golf tournament, to win $500. That would be my plan.
Yeah.
Personally.
Also, Data Golf makes Matt Fitzpatrick 120 to 1 almost. So like they're with you on my bet.
So he'll probably move on BM, to be honest. But
yeah. But I wanted to bet the without, so I had to.
It's all good. Yeah,
You know who else I could see kind of being interesting here, but like I guess the question becomes, can he win another signature event? Like, I feel like nobody's talking about Sepp this week, and like I get it. Like
they probably got his win.
Yeah, but like I don't know. He has really good history here.
Really?
Yeah. 2 top 16s. I think he was 5th here last year. And he's arguably he's arguably been the best iron player not named Scotty Scheffler in the world this year. So
that's why you bet him at
I bet him at the PGA. Yeah. So he missed the cut, but had him.
No move.
Had him. Yeah, those were names. I mean, Siwoo also is getting a lot of love.
I like Siwoo.
Yeah, he's ripping. He has
some history here.
Also, a guy that like feels like a good course for him because like he can absolutely lose the tournament with his putter, if that makes sense. And I don't think he has to be that great of a putter here. He's got 5 top 25 8s in his last 6 starts. With 2 top 10s.
I might bet Siwoo.
Yeah, he was another guy.
I think I'll commit to betting Siwoo. Yeah, I think he can win. He's been close this year. He has. Close. And usually he's very volatile. Like he's putting some consistent numbers together. And I don't think he's Billy Horschel won at this golf tournament. Like I don't. This isn't a place where you have to be a bomber. Willie McGirt, Duffner have won here. So
had him.
I think. Had him. Dude, Duff 2017, like one of the greatest wins of my fucking life.
Oh my god.
Champagne bottle in the fridge still with that.
I think that will do it for us here.
Okay.
On Tap and Birdie tonight. I know you would like to go to bed. I know it's way past your bed.
You got me fired up though now. So like,
well, we're gonna talk Karen Reed after this.
Okay.
So, we'll be good. But we'll see everyone next week for the RBC Canadian Open. Very much looking forward to it. Should be a pretty solid event. As always, I'll post my card on Wednesday. Join ISN. We're having a great time over there. Dave in the comments. I mean, he's more than enough reason you need to join. We got some majors coming up. It'll be a good time to be a part of us. French Open week.
French Open.
Rishi. Have you been betting?
No, but I'm going to. I'm going to hop on.
Why did you bet Cornell 7 times live today?
Like, why did I bet them?
Why did you bet them 7 times live?
Because I bet them before the game, and then I was watching the game, and they were just far and away the better team, and they never gave up the lead, and the line just like wasn't moving that quickly on FanDuel.
How many times did you deposit?
I totally put down like $570, I think, to win like 400 something, 70.
Free rolling this week.
Free rolling this week. So we have that, and we had Angel at the senior PGA. We had the Knicks. We had a Knicks squad ride.
We all bet Knicks, but they were dead.
I fell asleep.
Are you rooting for the Knicks?
I'm rooting for whoever I decide to bet on the next game, but I'm rooting for it to be a series. I'm going to
the watch party tomorrow.
Oh,
at the Garden. Yeah, but I wanted to go. I've been questioned if I'm a real Knicks fan or not, but I am. So don't worry about it. We'll see everyone next week. I don't know who the guest will be, but we will see everyone next week for the Canadian Open, and hope everyone had great Memorial Day and has a great night.